Tried to talk to her for a year, fam? For 365 days straight. He didn't even miss Thanksgiving. He was like, my family eating, but I had to come try to get that one more time. Oh, Anthony Hamilton is in this mother. Come on home to me, Charlene. Head ass. I see your album about to come out. God damn. This a couple? This y'all together? Anthony Hamilton. And you got on a little Flintstones joint. I like that. Yeah, but do dress wearing ass. Who drove? How'd you stop the car? That looked like a Flintstone dress. So you guys are a couple? That's amazing. How long y'all been together?
6 months.
6 months? Man. Does that count? That's barely. She only had 4 periods since y'all started dating, man. I don't think that's a real relationship. She hasn't even seen your whole hat collection yet. 6 months. How did y'all meet? Yeah, let's talk about it. You were a stripper too? No. Oh, shit. She was like, You didn't tell me how y'all met. The show just kept happening. You just panicked. You what? You worked together? Yeah. At the quarry? Because you're a Flintstone. So where did y'all work at?
We are in property management.
Why you say it like this is first 48? Like I feel like you're not going to tell me most specifics. We are in property management. I got some cocaine in my butt right now. Where you work at, man?
I do HVAC work.
You do HVAC work? Okay. All right. You ever had one of them go out and you need some parts made or fabricated? Don't go to him. It's going to take 10 years to get the goddamn part you're waiting on. So you work in HVAC and she work in management at the same place?
Yeah.
So
technically, I'm his boss.
No, not technically. You're actually his boss. You'd be like, the air is out in unit A15. And he'd be like, all right, I'm going to go fix it, Cheryl. So this is a real love story. How many times you had to go by the main office where people pay their bills before she started taking you serious? Every day. You stop by every day. How you doing, baby girl? How you doing? She was like, the air's out in B44. Get the f*** out of here. What'd you do to get, you hollered at her every day? Were you bringing her like chocolates and like how'd you win her over? You didn't holler at work? So where'd you holler at? Y'all had an after work place y'all went? The little bar? You was at a party. Oh man, the AC just went out, man. We might need you to go up on the roof. Might need you to go up on the roof and fix that. That motherfucker stopped while I was talking to you. You got people here? This nigga says, Jeremiah, turn this motherfucker off. He talking to me and Bam Bam, and we don't want to discuss how we met each other. Turn it off. Y'all been together 2 months. You only got 1 more month where y'all can be a secret. Around 3 months, he gonna come in there cussing you out and shit. Don't tell me what need another AC unit, bitch. Chicken, that's what I want you to make for dinner tonight. They're gonna be like, what the f*** is he telling you what he want for dinner? Because we live together. I'm Barney. She Fred. What did you say at the bar, man? It takes some real rizzle, dizzle, razzle, dazzle to take your boss down at a bar after work.
What's her, man? Don't see that.
She shot her shot at you? Shut up.
No, okay, I mean...
Yeah, let's just talk about life. Why was you not sharing? Put the drink down and talk to me.
No, so he tried to talk to me for a whole year.
Wait a minute, he didn't say that part?
He did.
You tried to talk to her for a year, fam?
A whole year.
For 365 days straight. He didn't even miss Thanksgiving. He was like, my family eating, but I had to come try to get that one more time. So you hollered at her every day for a year. No, I don't want to talk to you no more because you lying. Your ego is involved. I want her to describe how thirsty you looked coming in there every single day. Were you curving him or were you just kind of entertaining him a little bit like, stop?
For sure, yeah, because of work. But what it was somebody else from work tried to talk to him, and I was like, oh, I better get him before.
It took the addition of another woman to make you come out the rock quarry to come on home, Charlene. That's amazing. Okay.
What up, beautiful people? It's your boy Nate Jackson. It's another episode of Opinionated, and let's get into it because it is going down. There's a lot going on. New York was exciting. New York was a movie. Your boy is now into Legos. That's happening. But we did Breakfast Club. We also did Rory and Maul's podcast, and I'm glad we did it. I had to go straight to New York from Montreal, California, where I accepted the Variety's top 10 comics to watch for 2025, and it's been a whirlwind really since the Netflix special aired. So I don't want to make it like a chest beating, hip hip hooray for myself, or I'm just talking about myself a lot, but I just want you guys to know, like, the dynamic at Breakfast Club was fire, right? Like, it really was lit. Like, I was able to share a story with Charlemagne that it's the thing. When you meet people where their station in life is they meet a lot of people, it's safe to assume they don't remember you. Just assume that. Don't be the cornball that's like, do you remember me? Do you remember my name? What's the point of the pop quiz? One, I actually might because I have a great memory like that. But two, like, what do you prove? Like, all you're doing is risking not being known. Let's just talk, assume that I do. But I didn't want to do that for Charlemagne. And I'm glad I didn't because it seemed as if he was just conducting the meeting, or it felt like a meeting. If he was conducting the interview, it felt like a meeting. He literally was like, let me just do my job right quick. I got to pay the bills. I got to interview who they got me up in here interviewing. And once I started talking to him about hip hop squares and how I was the crowd warm up and how he told me to, keep going, keep my head down and focus and knock it out. And how he saw himself in me, but he saw it because he was, working under Wendy Williams and stuff. We then had a rapport established. And that having a rapport on the show you're with the guest who's meeting you from Adam and talking to you and trying to act like, like you guys are longtime friends is different than when they just flat out like have a new understanding, a new respect for you as a person, right? Like gives you a little bit more the benefit of the doubt, gives you a little bit more cushion to fuck around. Like in this case, when I said that, there's only 3 of them. When it started, Envy wasn't in the room. And I didn't know this at the time, but my boy CT called me and he was like, yo, you had them laughing so much, Envy came into the room. And I was like, what does that mean? He was like, dog, he does not do all the interviews. When there's comics, Envy just be out the room. So the noise from the studio, apparently, in CT's perception of it, is what Envy was like, what's going on in there? And then came in to be like, oh, this one's going to be a good one. So then we hit it off. And then it went from feeling like a meeting into feeling like 3 longtime friends just chopping it up, right? And that organic tone to it, that feel is like the sweet spot to really like have fun and to talk about stuff. And what you saw with all the laughing and running around and playing was exactly that. Like there's 3 of them on the show, Envy, Charlemagne, Jess Hilarious. Me and Jess go back already. So having built rapport with Charlemagne made it a 2v1 game. And then Lauren, who was on the show, a part of the show and all that, but she goes into the other room for the talent. We got so cool that we were making inside jokes about her. I didn't even know what the joke was. I'm just clowning. And then I hit one and Charlemagne exploded. If you watch it and you watch it back, watch that moment where he's laughing, but it's like a bigger laugh than that particular moment. So then I'm like, you can see me reading his face to see what took it from a level 5 laugh to a level 8, where I'm like, what? I'm kind of reading him. Then he explains it like, oh, there's somebody back there. She ain't got no daddy. And I had just finished talking about that. So then it was like, oh man, I feel bad because I done walked into, now we roasting her about not having no dad. And I don't know if her dad's alive. I don't know. Like that's that's a slippery slope. That's some thin ice to be on. But we had already gotten so cool that we were just gelling. Like some of the comments are like, "Yo, you should be added to this show." Somebody else was like, "There's no way this is his first time on the show." Like they clicked up, like they've been friends for a long ass time. And then there was a respect there once we got to talking about all the new credits and things. When I say that, I'm talking about how Netflix was in the top 10 for like 7 or 8 days, peaked at number 3, and is doing massive numbers like double platinum, fantastic record-breaking numbers on the platform, leading into the Office spinoff, The Paper, coming out on September 4th, and then the movie Aziz Ansari's directorial debut with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Keke Palmer, and again Aziz Ansari, and that comes out in October, and it's called Good Fortune. And the trailer for Good Fortune came out and went around the world 3 times with millions and millions of views. So when we got to talking about that stuff, like Jess was like, "What else you like? What do you got coming up? Where we like, let's work together, let's act." Like she, like, you know what I'm saying, shooting her professional shot, not on some trying to holler, but like, hey man, let's synergize. Let's see what we can do, and that's powerful. You know, especially on a platform that big. There's a lot of people that have hit me like, "Oh my God, Breakfast Club." Like for them, that was the tipping point to be like, "Nigga, you made it." Right? Not like, "Oh, I have a movie," because they ain't seen that yet. Some people got to see it to believe it. Not, "Oh, your Netflix special." Oh, you know, maybe they saw the trailer and was like, "Oh, he got one, cool pick," and then they still haven't sat down to make time to watch it, even though millions have. There's a certain type of person that's like, "I already know this nigga. I'm not finna watch that shit until it's convenient for me to watch." But that's like everyone I've touched prior to the pop. You know, people put you in a box, and so we not in the box no more. We done came up out the box, elbows, bone crusher video, and tore the roof up off this thing, and ain't no going back. So all these people asking for pictures and stopping me places and all that, I just got to get accustomed to it. It's new, and I can, I don't get to be like, "Man, no, I'm cool," or "I wish it wasn't like that." Like I've done the work. We've now tipped the scale. It is what it is. But Breakfast Club was definitively a moment for people. That was a big needle push to be like, "Oh my God." Like literally the messages coming to my DMs and people that were resharing the story was like, "This nigga is on Breakfast Club." Like Nate done made it. And that's a testament to them having high quality guests, right? However they vet their guests, it's all celebrities, it's all political figures. And so for me to go into that space, it's a wonderful position to be in the zeitgeist. And I'm going to continue to be in it. So get familiar. The zeitgeist and me are getting along just fine. What I'm finding, to be honest with you, is that maneuvering in those spaces, it is a skill set. You have like interviewing and being able to balance the energy and manage the conversations and get to everything that's asked of you is like that's a skill set. Like you got to work that muscle, and I'm having a ball doing so. But I found personally that it is easier for me than I would have expected going into the space. What's harder is getting into the room, getting everything set up, knocking down the pins that need to be knocked down, crossing the T's and dotting the I's to be the guest that's on the show. Once I'm in the room, let's chop it up. Whether it's Bert Kreischer, whether it's Felipe Esparza, whether that's Rory and Mal, whether that is Mario Lopez, whether that's the LA Times, whether that is the Breakfast Club, like I'm not coming out of these or feeling like there's parts of these interactions where I'm overwhelmed or that are surreal or that are going over my head. So in a sense, I feel like I belong.
Was there something that they asked you that you were surprised, or was there something that you wish they would have got into, or like?
No, it was refreshing that they weren't like, "How'd you start comedy?" Like that wasn't in it. And then like I'd say about 2/5 of the way through, Charlemagne asked me something. I was like, "You guys realize this is really good, right? Like you guys are really good." Because I was in there looking and I didn't see notes. I didn't see, sticky notes on, a laptop was open or whatever. But I also watched the show before I was on the set. And so I watched to see like what they were talking about. I wanted to see the vibe. Like if you saw the behind the scenes stuff, the stories that we shared where like Sue Robb was with us and she was taking behind the scenes footage, I was in the pre-show green room. I was watching them. I want to see like what their energy is, what's their attitudes on, like do they have notes? Are they looking at something? And it really looked like Jess was just telling Charlemagne stories and they were cracking up laughing and Envy was fucking with his phone. And so by the time when I came in and the questions were actually poignant and strong and good and solid, I was like, this shit is a relief, There's also a moment where Charlemagne asked me a 2-part question. And after I answered the first part, Jess asked me one question. And then just for the sake of organizing my responses, I was like, give me just a second and I will get to that question. But I want to finish answering Charlemagne.
I remember that part.
I don't know how else there's no other way to show, like that's conducting court. You know what I mean? I had the floor and I didn't let no one down when that answer's coming in and I'm managing the expectations of the questions and making sure that, I don't want to see comments later where they're like, you didn't answer the second half of Charlemagne's because he never got to it, right? And maybe that's on the second host for piling on and asking in the middle of a 2-part question. Or I also just flat out at one point admitted, like, I don't remember what the question was. And they're like, oh, we were talking about bubble. I'm like, bet, because you guys are quadruple stacking stuff. And then there was a whole nother layer of like, poking fun vicariously at Gary. And at one point, Charlemagne just flat out made up some shit. I was taking off my jacket when he said, I was like, what? Who said that? He's like, Gary. I said, that sounds made up. He's like, what? I said, that sounds made up. He's like, it is. I made that up right now. I'm like, yeah, because if you understand how complex doing good crowd work is, nobody, especially Gary, who's now doing it a lot, is going to be like, yeah, I heard it's lazy. I heard it's like, no, that doesn't even make sense. That sounded super made up. You know what I mean? And I've had enough conversations and I know me. I know what I'm doing on stage. I've done comedy 24 years. I know what's easier. It is much easier, trust me, for me to go on stage and say the same jokes over and over again. That's lazy. It's easy. If I'm doing that, then I must have several other business enterprises that don't require my time or that's where I'm spending all my energy because I ain't got no time to write no jokes at all. I can't even make up nothing. I can't get off my set list and I'm in my 10th year of doing the same set. It sounds preposterous to even say, but as a comedy club owner and an act that travel with headliners and have been on TV shows and all that, I watch guys do their set and be like, that's my bread and butter. I did a show in Washington, D.C. It was one of those multi-lineup shows. I'm not going to name the comic out of respect. But there was an OG, right? Like somebody who spent a lot of time on TV a very long time ago, and at that time was a household name. And we did the show, and I, as a kid, remember watching that person perform, and I'm talking word for word. It's 28 to 30 years later, and the same exact set comes out. They had a great set. That crowd loved it. Whoop-de-woo. I'm going back on stage. They're passing me on the way off and lean over and go, that set right there is how I made all my money right there, baby. With confidence. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. So that's easier. It's easier for me to write a joke 5 years ago, polish it, and then go on stage and do that joke over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I know what I'm going to say in 2 minutes. I know where the laugh's going to be. I know where that's easier than just being like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just open this bitch up and see what's in it. Let's see what's going on. Like I'm letting other people have literally the power and the control to fuck with the flow of the show. Way easier. I could just get up and do a mirror set or a closet set or whatever, you know, where somebody just is at home practicing in the mirror. The crowd doesn't even matter. Just doing my set. Just saying my shit and waiting in the spots where I'm used to waiting where I get a laugh. That shit is so lazy and it's easy. So anybody that knows that as a stand-up or even tries to be like, talk some shit about somebody who's doing good crowd work, bruh, miss me with that. Miss me with that, please. Also, it's high time people saw what it was for what it is. We're running hot over here in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like the internet is a great place for us right now. Netflix is a great place for us right now. Things are going good. The road is a great place for us right now. When I say us, I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about me, Trent, BT, Kanisha, Sue Ra, the whole squad. We out here, we're fucking them up out here. And we're building. Shit, this is a new set. Apparently the other one looked like a fucking circus tent. Fuck everybody that was a yes man. Don't tell me once I got paint in my hand that the other one was uglier than the motherfucker. Fuck all y'all.
I told you immediately.
You told me while the other paint was still drying, nigga. I was like, just let it finish. And then you were like, all right. You have a way of doing that. You have a way of saying a thing, Soto, and then being like, nigga, I said it. You know what Soto means?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw your body language shift. Like, what the fuck is a Soto? Soto is like a Latin term or an acting term for a throwaway line. Like if you're saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. That 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was Soto. It's the throwaway line. It's the reason why people watch my special more than once and be like, nigga, I didn't even hear when he said that. Because my shit has this shit straight in front of you and then Soto lines all throughout that motherfucker. And so you be saying it where it's not the main thing that's being said. You might be like, I'm hungry as a motherfucker. This room's trash. Let's go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
but then later you be like, I fucking told you.
Nah, I think it was more like, it seems like you really into it, because when you decide something, you just go. It happens. So I'm like, damn, you already painted up, because I didn't see it until it was done, and you put all this hard work and effort and energy into it.
I'll say this, and this is worth you really hearing though, is that even though I'm strong-minded like that, once I trust somebody's input and opinion, I actually do hear it and will yield. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like I feel like you're like, he's so strong-minded. Once that nigga, we might as well get out of the way and let it be what it is. That ain't the case. If you're like, I actually think, you know what I'm saying? Like you see what you said about the YouTube shit is now leaking into conversations with 3 Arts.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like you guys are either gonna fuck with me and let this world blend with your world and give the people what they want online with the long form content. I'll put commercials in it and say, go watch my Netflix special, or we'll fucking throw a lower thirds on that bitch where I'm in the corner pointing at the fucking Netflix logo being like, my special is now on, just like fucking TV. But to be like, no, he can't is crazy. You don't know what it makes. You're literally fucking with the income and revenue that I get from it. And if we're going to build a future for ourselves, then I have to have a strong platform online so that the next project, I'm already strong online. I know my numbers went down. My revenue got cut in half each month since I've listened to them say don't post. Revenue directly is related to views. That means my views were cut in half. And that was at a time where before that, every month was building by like a third of whatever it was. 750,000 people, and we were gaining 65,000 people a month. And now we're gaining 11,000 people a month. Like that's devastating to what's going on. It can't continue. So they either are gonna have to wake up and get with it, or I'm gonna have to show them, because and this is with the utmost respect for them as a business, for them as a conglomerate, as a platform, because I am not trying to burn no bridge. But you gotta understand how this is different than anything they've ever seen. There is 22 hours of crowd work joints on the internet, and they're all within the last year and a half. You've never put anybody on that platform that has that's doing that. Now that we are, the audaciousness to be like, don't post those no more, and ask me to not post for hella months is what, like you're getting me eaten alive online. The people who watch on YouTube, go watch on Netflix. The people who watch on Netflix, go look for more if they love you over on YouTube. It's a cycle of just steady feeding views to the Netflix special. Once somebody loves you, they want to see all of your shit. All of it. So it would behoove all of us to let me post and just like, let me turn the crowd work joints into, we'll run lower thirds, or I don't mind using the green screen and stand in front of that so I can literally pop up on the screen during the crowd work joint and just be pointing at the Netflix special. I'm sorry to interrupt the episode, but it's time to pay our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Zippix nicotine-infused toothpicks. Zippix brings you a totally satisfying, convenient, and great-tasting way to curb your nicotine cravings. Now you can get your nicotine fix anytime, anywhere, without having to rely on vaping or smoking. Zippix toothpicks give you an easier, better, and more discreet way to get your fix. Let's face it, kicking bad habits like vaping can really be tough. Zippix are a great tool to help you finally say goodbye to vaping for good. These toothpicks aren't just a great nicotine delivery device, but they also satisfy the hand-to-mouth habit. Mine is cinnamon. It's delicious. So any oral fixation commonly associated with smoking and vaping are nipped in the bud. They're available in 6 great long-lasting flavors, and they have options in 2 milligrams or 3 milligrams of nicotine. Zippix toothpicks are perfect for flights, sporting events, restaurants, and literally everywhere that smoking and vaping are banned. They're one of the most effective and cost-effective nicotine products on the market, and you're proudly made in the USA. If you're not a nicotine user, or you're just trying to get away from your nicotine habits, Zippix also offers caffeine and B12 infused toothpicks for quick energy boosts. Zippix have already helped hundreds of thousands of customers get their nicotine fix without needing to inhale smoke or vape oils. So what are you waiting for? Give your lungs a break and try Zippix nicotine infused toothpicks. Ditch the cigarettes, ditch the vapes, and get some nicotine infused toothpicks today. Only sold online at zippixtoothpicks.com. That's ZIPPIX toothpicks.com. Get 10% off your first order by using the code NATE at checkout. You must be 21 or older to order. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. Zip more, smoke less with Zippix nicotine toothpicks. I got to interrupt the show to pay the sponsors. I do. You listen to this, it helps the whole thing. So join the fun on DraftKings Casino. Ranked the #1 casino online experience, they've got everything you've been searching for. Thousands of exciting games, huge jackpots, exclusive offers, and more. New players get a 10-day welcome offer. 500 spins on Huff and More Pup. Literally my favorite game. When you play just $5 to start. Download the DraftKings Casino app. Sign up with the code OPINION and spin your favorite slots. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. This ends August 24th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. #1, based on Eilers and Krejcik 2H24 product analysis.
I was thinking the same when you was reading those ads. I'm like, what if there was just an ad in between the crowd work?
There has to be. There has to be. Also, there should be one on the end of every fucking video that's going out.
Yeah. I think Netflix, they just aren't very, they're smart people. There's smart people over there. But when it comes to you, I just feel like they're just lumping you into other categories.
They're geniuses, but what's happening is exactly what you're saying. They are looking at it like a cookie cutter. Here's what we do. Here's how we do it. But I'm not. If I was, then my special wouldn't have done what my special did.
Right.
The numbers stand, the set speaks for itself. The numbers speak for itself. The following speaks for itself. Maybe we should look at this through a lens of let's just look at what we can do with Nate and how it benefits us to let this happen with Nate. The problem is, if I do anything different than what the standard is, that's now the standard, or people are asking to do the same shit I just did. And they don't have 22 hours of crowd work online. They don't have a year and a half of a chokehold on a type of comedy or stuff. They don't got that.
Yeah.
So as soon as I do it, it's like, boom. But my examples that I point at are other people that already said, let me just do my shit my way.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't good either. But I also see them, they aren't blackballed, or they haven't been smacked on the hand for being like, yo, I gotta do my shit. They haven't. But in my experience, whether it's historical or otherwise, I've always had to be very straight and narrow in this exact same scenario. Otherwise, I get the blunt of whatever the outcome bad is. And you're like, why didn't y'all do that to that person? Why am I the one that you want to make an example of? Whether it was teachers, vice principals, fucking bus drivers, it's always like, they did it, and they did. But when I do it, it's a goddamn problem. And that's just always been the way that it is. For me particularly. It's part of the defense mechanism that got me telling jokes any goddamn way. So this is no different than that. I would love more than anything a beautiful, strong relationship, synergy with Netflix to be like, hey, we have this beautiful idea, this dope concept. You guys got first right of refusal. Do you want to put some money behind this? Let's fucking go. And then it goes on the platform and it does what the special did because we only put out dope shit and we got the Midas touch. They win, we win, everybody wins. Everybody I can touch is guapping up and everybody's coming up bread-wise. That'd be dope. But if we're not going to have that relationship, then it needs to go to where the most people can just consume it for where they already are.
Because I don't think Netflix understood what your Netflix joints really were. I think in their heads, they're like, oh, these are just comedy specials. But you even say at the top of these recordings, this ain't a special.
This a joint.
They're more like, to me, they're more like shows. So that's like if Netflix was like, they're once a month, you were putting out a show, right? And then Netflix was like, ooh, put what you're doing, put your thing on Netflix. And then everybody's like, okay, cool, that was great, amazing. But then you like stopped the show. Like there's 3 more episodes ready to rock. But it's like, that's in my brain, that's what happened. It was like, there was this show. Even though what you put on Netflix wasn't a joint, that was a special. There's material, well thought out jokes that were crafted. And then a small amount, what was it, maybe 10 minutes worth of crowd work?
Nah, there's like 17 minutes of crowd work.
But mostly material, like that's a special. The joints, they're not that. They're completely different things.
I'm not even looking for a certain level of excellence or a standard that I'm trying to uphold in funny on the crowd work joints. I am trying to talk about what's in front of me or what I've seen that day until I can't think of shit else to say. And that usually is an hour and 20 or whatever. And then we put out 45 to 55 minutes goes out. And that's different than a special. A special is what I was doing on the road. The special is the super funny comedy show that was on the road, which is now, it's already evolved because we filmed this at the end of January and I'd be tired of saying jokes after 2 months, 3 months. Like that closer got more burned than necessary, but it was fucking a really good closer. So I tried to use Denver to locate the new closer and let that come to me. It ain't happened. That closer was developed in Chicago during the 17 show run. We're going to Chicago again, and we're steady adding shows. So if that's the city that I get blessed with my closers
universe,
then it is what it is. But I got to be able to be loose on stage and throw shit against the wall and be like, ooh, that was good. I think let me try that this next show. Where does it fall? Ooh, that was good. Let me move it earlier. Okay, it worked there. Let's see if it closes strong. If it closes strong, cool. How can I prop it up throughout the show to where they have no idea that the closer is going to bring it all together? That's all I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And so since I'm still developing the first 20, 25 minutes, then how do I have a closer that strings all that together? Like this is the mind of the art. This is the art that this is. And if they don't understand that, it's nuts. Here's another epiphany. Not even an epiphany. This was some shit that was said to me that was full circle as fuck. And it was said to me and it kind of just washed over. But sometimes you wake up or you go to sleep and your mind is playing back the shit that happened through the night. Sometimes you're like, that was hella disrespectful that motherfucker said not cut. But this was like a good thing. So for this, I will say name. So Nick Brazow was, he's in charge of Just for Laughs now. For years, he was under Jeff Singer, who was in charge. He was like number 2, maybe number 3. I think Allison was in charge of New Faces. And so it was like Jeff, Nick, Allison did New Faces, and then they placed all the other comics and stuff. But Jeff Singer was the gatekeeper for what talent goes to Montreal on what showcases, flat out. Then his team would help procure talent. Nick is now in charge because Jeff has stepped away since, or got made to step away. I don't know. But when I was showcasing for it, they said I can't say the Bao Bao joke, the Vietnamese car dealer joke, which is fucking great. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Breakfast Club because I talk about it. But the full circle moment of it all is that whilst at Just for Laughs, he came up to me at the after party and he said, "Ma'am, I'm so glad that you were able to come. Congratulations on the award." And he was like, "You know what's a trip? I remember after you showcased and we shied away from the Vietnamese car dealer joke, your response was, 'Tell me what you want. Because whatever it is that you guys are looking for, I have it in my bag already. But you got me a 5 to 7 minute showcase and I'm trying to just give you what's killing at the time, not knowing that there's some red tape around a thing.' I'm like, this is comedy, baby. Anything I say is good. If it's killing, it's killing." And so it was a trip to me because I remember saying that to them. I'm like, what do you want? Like, just tell me what you want. It's not about, oh, this material and this is all I say. So if you don't like this material, then I don't get to go. That ain't even how I write jokes. It's about, do you want me to go? And what's the parameters of the set? I'll build that, and that's what I'll kill with. Or I'll abandon it entirely and do whatever the fuck I feel when I walk out there. I'm leaving with a W. So the showcase to me was just me doing a few jokes for y'all to show you that I'm funny, that I'm like, tap me in, let me go up there. They're like, transcribe it, see if it steps on any toes. If it does, can't have them. Like, how you even know that's the fuck I was gonna say when I get up there? That's how I felt. So I was like, just tell me what you needed, bro. Like, I got it in the bag. I got hella jokes. What do you want me to say? And Zach was like, he has a lot of material, you guys. What is it that you like? It's you tell him show him the boundaries, and he'll walk within that. He might walk up to the line, but he won't cross it. If you felt like he went across with that joke, which we don't think he did. So for him to say, I remember you said, you just had a wealth of material, and if we just tell you what jokes that you would have rocked with that. I'm like, yeah, man, I've worked a very long time to be versatile and have a plethora of stuff to talk about. And if I don't have nothing to talk about, I've worked hard enough on my stage presence and my voice that we can talk about what I've seen or what's in front of me or what I've gone through that day or whatever. It could literally be, hey, here's what's outside this theater right now. Here's what I found funny. It could be, here's what I found funny in the country of Canada. It could be, here's what I've seen in Montreal today. It could be, here's what they tried to feed me. It could be any number of like all that. You can find comedy in everything. So just rule me out and be like, nah, he's going to say this one joke that might rub somebody. And it's like, yo, clap if you're Vietnamese. The room's quiet. Because how many goddamn Vietnamese are in Canada or in Montreal particularly? There may be a full community, but the ones that are there would have responded the same way all the other Vietnamese do because they're Vietnamese before they are the country. They're going to laugh and have fun. I'm doing the joke. Motherfuckers punching each other. Literally like socking each other. And that was the girls. So what are we talking about? The people who said the joke was too much weren't even Vietnamese. It's rule number 3. Don't be offended on behalf of other people. Them people having fun. They paid extra money for this. And you over there like, ooh, I don't know about that one. That should affect them. So, and it's not to knock them because they do have a responsibility as the curators of an entire comedy festival to not bring somebody who walks the line or habitual where they can't predict the outcome that it may be. Like, that's their whole thing. Like, we just want to have good shows. We don't want to rub anybody wrong. We want to have fun. It's like, all right, fine. So I'm not knocking them, but it's just therein lies one of the spurs in my side of this path and this type of doing comedy. You know what I'm saying? If I was a set list comic that just stuck to my set list, then I would be like, hey, what do you guys want? Which they don't even tell people what they want. You go do a showcase trying to get on. They like you, maybe you get a call back or you get a couple callbacks, or if they already respect what you do and they're fans already, maybe you get a straight to callback audition. And that's for the brand news. OG comics just kind of get a call. You want to do a gala? You want to do whatever? You know what I mean? Because at that point, you already can do whatever the fuck you want. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I respect what they're doing. The thing, what I would like to know is what is the criteria for a new face? Because I never was a new face. What is and I can't go back and be one now, but what was the criteria? Well, what is it? Because when you go to Montreal and you watch a new faces showcase, some of the stuff that is getting said, you're like, you're telling me my joke was risque? And that made, like, you know, it's just, it could just be, I'm not even gonna hold my tongue. It's fucking ridiculous. Some of the shit that makes it and some of the shit that is like, that whole person can't come. Not, oh, don't say that joke. What else do you have as, you know, that was 1 minute of your 7 minutes. Do you have something else you can alt in there? Like what? So it was dope to be pulled to the side and told exactly that. Like to know that maybe more insight or more research, or now that there's 22 hours of material online, that they can be like, damn, he really does have a lot of shit, or he really can make some funny shit out of thin air, you know. But that guy brought that up to me. I was just like, yo, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. He's like, you know what's crazy? So I'll take it as a good full circle moment. And yeah. Crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah. Did you I was just looking at the JFL, the list for this year, just to kind of see, what is the criteria, and like
there isn't none.
No.
For years it was make Jeff Singer laugh. And it was now it's make Nick Brazow laugh, or make Allison laugh, or make like you gotta rock them. You gotta rock the gatekeeper. You gotta rock the person from said entity that's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Then you never know what the thing is. Maybe your hat's too low and they couldn't see your face. Maybe you fucking vaped on them outside on accident and didn't know it was them. Maybe, you know what I mean? It could be anything. Literally, it could be, how the fuck do we know? We don't know. All I know is ain't nobody got no motherfucking notes in their hand. At least Bob Sumner had notes. Goddamn. Bob had a way to score sets. And if you don't know who Bob Sumner is, he's the talent scout for Def Jam. He was Russell Simmons' right-hand man that went and procured all the talent that was on Def Jam. And Bob had a point system where he would score people 1 through 5, and then you could get a plus or a minus next to it. So it's really 15 grades you can get. And then he also had a star system on top of that. So you could get like a 4 with a minus, but still 2 stars. And like he had his whole thing. And it would be just like on a fucking wrinkly ass, tiny ass piece of paper, or like a hotel notepad piece of paper folded up, and he would track all of it. But at least he had that. I don't know what, I don't know if JFL is just like they actually go back and they watch, but who knows? I don't know. It would be cool to know like the process. Like, all right, we watch the showcase live. We see if it motivates us and moves us. I don't even know if they realize how stuffy and stiff and dry the showcase rooms are. Half of that shit is the agents. The other people standing around, comics, venue staff, like 4 or 5 random, like just regular people, fans that got the message. And you're putting all your dreams out in front of that like not realistic crowd. So I don't think they realize it. And to be honest with you, none of it translates to Montreal's audience. Yes, you can get your jokes to kill, you can do your thing, but showcasing in LA has that crowd that's going to see you, absolutely no relation to the crowd that's going to show up in Montreal going to the festival to see it. So, I don't want it to be a complaint session, because to be completely honest with you, I feel like we came, we saw, we conquered. As far as Montreal goes, we had 3 shows on a Friday night. I killed everything I touched. It turned into a smorgasbord of meetings. I've got 30 fucking meetings planned, ABC, NBC, FX, and like auditions out the yin yang, and big goddamn auditions, like the kind where your name is on the script. That way, if it gets out, your ass can get in trouble type shit. Not just nigga number 2, but really like people's right-hand man. Like, we're not far from, if I lock one of these into, I'm a leading man in a major fucking film. And I have the chops to lead. I already know I do. I'm thoroughly trained through Leslie Kahn Acting Academy. I'm ready for whatever we're gonna do. So And if not, then we'll fucking bring my acting coach back in and we'll get me ready for whatever the fuck it is. Trisha LaFlatch is ready to go. So it was a great Montreal. Montreal is back. For the comics wondering, Montreal is back. I do believe Montreal is back to where it was like, even without a show, even without being booked by JFL, fucking go. Figure out how to just get your ass to the city. Maybe you can buy a fucking lanyard or I don't know if it's for purchase, but it's the type of thing where you can go and you can actually network and schmooze and grind. You can catch fucking your agent or your manager at the fucking restaurant. Everybody's walking all over the place, eating, fucking hungry, going in and out of hotels. You don't need a lanyard to be outside of a hotel, passing out materials about yourself, passing out like, hey, I need a manager. What's going on? Hey, I got a show. Hey, check me out. I'm from Connecticut and I'm just out here trying to hustle. No, I'm not a part of the festival, but I want to, boom. Like you can hit everybody that's going in and out that bitch. They got on their lanyards. You see a yellow lanyard, that's industry. You ain't got to wonder like every other showcase where you're like, I wonder how many of them was execs. Like not in Montreal, they got on a lanyard that says it. Is it yellow? That's who you need to be trying to get a hold of. You guys going to lunch? Hey, can I pick your brain? Like you can hustle again. It was there. It was ripe for the getting. So people that had like Trenton had a great vantage point, like coming and opening the shows and performing on all the shows and then getting to see it and all that. Like, don't get it twisted. People remember who was with who. Remember who was with who was funny, who held it down, and then they note it. The same way local people do. The same way Tacoma, Seattle be like, no, he be working with Nate. They on the road being like, oh, he be working with Nate. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good caveat to have. Because they know I'm not having just some bullshit out there with me. If you with me, then you can at least goddamn hold it down. But we're putting out fucking phenomenal work. Phenomenal work. Phenomenal work. You know what I'm saying? And from one man that puts on 3 and 4 hats to do entertainment, you're putting on 2, 3 hats with grace phenomenally. You know what I'm saying? So they can see that kind of shit. All they gotta do is turn and look kind of close. Just kind of close. That's it. Also, did you look into how many people did you see with their team?
Not a lot.
No.
Not a lot.
Who did you see with their team?
I didn't see nobody.
Not agents, not just a manager, but a full team.
Yeah, especially, and I'm just gauging this from the top 10, variety top 10.
That's the rumor. If somebody had a team, they were going to have them.
Yeah, I didn't.
0. Nada. I didn't see a single other act at Montreal that brought their team and invested in the trip enough to be like, I don't give a fuck if I make a dime up this bitch. We're all going to see Montreal. We're all going to be all hands on deck. We're all going to be working. We're all going to have a presence. It comes together to all matters. It all matters in the grand scheme of things. Even if fucking Montreal doesn't exist after this year, all those people still do. All the relationships and anyone that saw you, all that, they still are there. They're still present. You know, on my show, at the main show, my main show at the theater, do you remember the crowd when you perform?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the table closest to the stage, far left? It was like a chubby white girl and a brother.
No, I don't remember that table, but I definitely remember this group that was to the
with
left.
The bad bitches to the right of them with the red dress.
Yeah, like chains. Yeah, like chains.
Yeah, the dude with the chain. Yeah. Cool. So I don't know them, but the girl and the guy that I was talking about first, the girl was a fan. She's like, I love your stuff. I want to come to this. I call my homeboy up. I'm like, do you want to go to this? He was like, yeah, I fuck with him. Let me go. That's Abba and Preach. #1 YouTube channel in all of Canada where they just like literally take things that happen and they stand next to each other in this room with all the shit and they just like literally talk shit and have fun. But they do so many topical things. Like they'll talk 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. I don't think there's a full show anywhere. I think they just are literally like, hey, let's talk about that. And they have fun and they argue back and forth and they have moments on camera, just them two standing next, just two friends. #1 YouTube channel. And I don't know where it ranks in the States, but they're #1 in Canada for sure. He's like, yeah, this is where we're at. We're in Montreal. I thought you guys were in Toronto or in Vancouver. He's like, no, Montreal. We're holding this motherfucker down too. He's sitting right there like, I'm a fan. So at the end of the show, him and her came all the way back around back to theater to chop it up with us to be like, man, thanks for. And I even gave a shout out. I said, watch my Netflix special, and after you're done watching that, if you still got time to watch some, go check out Abba and Preach on YouTube.
I did hear that. I remember that.
Yeah, and he was like, ooh, because he didn't know I knew it was him. Feel me? Like because he had dreads and shaved them off. But nigga, your face is your face. So I said all of that. He came around the back and was like, nigga, wow. That was fantastic. Thank you for the love, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So you never know who's going to be in the room, especially at Montreal. At the after party, 2 execs from Fox came up. Just like, we were leaving. We just saw you get here. We came back before we left to say hello and speak and tell you that you were amazing tonight. I was like, thank you. I did 3 shows. Which show were you at? Talking about that last one just now? They're like, well, no, we were at Variety Top 10. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I went last at that. And 2 before me, the set wasn't popping. Like the girl ran easily 12 minutes over the light and was doing pedophile jokes that were all missing. So I was like, ooh, they played her off. The music came on. She didn't get to say thank you, good night. They were just like, and that's it. And the lady I was in the back waiting to go up. She's hitting the light like this, like just doing her own. She's doing her head like this with the light. Oh my God, we have other comics in another show after this. What the hell, golly? Like that's how she's flicking the light. Then she gets on her headset and she's like, after this next, when she wraps up this joke, play her off. She didn't finish. She just finished that joke and was like, so then I went, she's like, oh, thank y'all, I gotta go. Runs off, comes to the side. She's like, how long was I over? She was like, you did like 24 minutes on a fucking 7 to 8 minute showcase. What are you doing? I have a show after this. There's talent after you. You know what I'm saying? That's not as conducive as just like going number 5, going number 6 in that sweet spot where it's like, whoa. Showcases like that, number 4 or 5, hottest fish grease. Then it cools off a little bit. You can heat back up around 8, 9. And then somebody has a chance to close out and it goes strong again. But it's like this. It just is. And going first fucking sucks. They call it biting the bullet for a reason. So
I was really surprised to see that comic you're talking about do that, go over her set, because I'm really like about the business part of it, and especially in a situation like that, like your time, like look, we got 10 comics, everybody's doing 7, and then that's just what it is. And so running the light, stuff like that, I'm just like in my head, like when because Fred, a local comic out here, me and him were going back about that with the show that we host. He's like, man, this is our show. We can go as long as we want. I'm like, nah, man. We should really work on. The show started at 7:30. We need to be wrapping this thing up by 9. Staff, the bar, like all those other individuals. Like
there's only one person that owns it and puts money into it and has to pay for things.
Yeah,
that can run the light because I know what it's worth for me to run the light.
Yeah,
Fred doing it is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, this isn't. I get it's our show, but we can't just do whatever we want.
Don't fucking
man.
do that.
It's a time thing.
Fred. No.
The time. It's a show.
You ain't paying nobody.
Yeah.
If you were in charge and you were paying all the staff that's on the clock the way I am, that if the club can't pay for it, I do transfers into the account to float this whole motherfucker. Do what you got to do on stage. Do it. Right now, they were texting me to go to the club to go perform at open mic because some big ass group just showed up from Texas. They're like, yo, they're here. Their first round was like $80, and that's just their first round. They're about to really mad. Like, you want to come down and stretch and da-da-da-da-da? Like, first of all, I'm not free to see no more. Second, if I am going to be free to see, it's not going to be on, it'll be on my own. Be like, fuck, I'm going to just go down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you caught me. Bet. Otherwise, go on the website like anybody else and you buy my ticket like a fucking headliner coming up. It's ridiculous. But if I was to go down there and stretch for said group, because they sent me a picture, it was packed, that would be my decision to be like, let me go longer so that we can make more money in this building. But if you don't have the fortitude to look around and be like, they ain't drinking no more, but I'm still going, like you're only serving yourself. Mm-hmm. You're only serving yourself. Because now every server, let's say there's 6 of them. They're all going to be another half hour closing out. 6 of them, that's 3 more hours. You're not paying their wages. You're not paying they didn't get no tip. You're not. Then it has repercussions of attitude, of frustration, of burnout.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to go home. They got a babysitter. They got to pay another fucking half hour. They got to pay more. Like, it's nuts. They got husbands to get home to that they're expecting them around 11, and your ass on stage for an extra 20 minutes means they don't get home till 11:30. They're at home getting cussed the fuck out because you want to do 20 minutes. That's irresponsible. At least if I run the time, I'm like, and you're going to be paid for it, I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if they go home to their person, they're like, babe, I was coming home on time, and then Nate popped in and did a set. I don't give a fuck whose husband it is, and they know it's my business to be like, all right, well, nigga, Nate did this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They could even be like, man, fuck Nate. But at the end of the day, my name's on every check. Fred ain't paying. No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. And that goes for any fucking headliner or any comic, not just Fred, but he's the house comic. So he for sure has to set the example to be like, let's respect the time. And to be telling you, hey man, let's fucking fuck the rules up is ridiculous.
And I don't want to put this like I'm calling Fred out because it's all
Fred.
comics.
Fuck that shit, Fred.
Because it's really, I'm speaking to, because that gets on my nerves when it's any comedian who's just like oblivious of like the business part of it. Like, nah, man, we're not just up here just doing whatever it is. Like, there's a structure to this thing.
But
like
I don't know if that's a good thing that you do that. I don't know if that's because you're older, if you've always just been that kid that understands the macro, and now you're an adult and you're like, I kind of get my place in this big picture.
It's that, and then also going on the road with you. It's going to all these different clubs. It's seeing like there's a time frame for everything, and then there's penalties and consequences when it goes over.
Right.
You know
and that
what I
if
mean?
I decide to do it, it's handled differently than if anybody else decides to do it.
Correct.
Because it comes out of my expenses. If I be like, fuck it, I'm going to do 2 hours, nigga, I made that decision going, this going to cost me X amount of bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right when I finish, I'm already going to lose meet and greet option time. I'm gonna lose merch option time because people are like, yo, I wanted to meet him, but shit, we got to go.
Right.
Like, I already know that, but I'm trying to give you more show. So that when you see my ticket go on sale again, it's like that nigga be giving hella show. Hella show. And that, you know what? That shit is in the comments. Somebody without seeing me was like, man, all he does is sit down and talk shit. This shit ain't even funny. Somebody else goes, shut your dumb ass up. That nigga came to my city and he was on stage solid himself 2 hours. That whole motherfucking show was hilarious. Fuck what you talking about. You obviously haven't seen him. And then the next person was like, touche, I haven't. Maybe I got to step my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I found a lot, like the haters that are in my comments, I don't have Delulu ones. I have ones that are ill-informed, then they get informed, then they bend. They're like, yeah, my bad, nigga, you got it.
Yeah, because if they actually watch you, like if they watched your special and was just like, nah, still trash. Well, then now it's like, well, then you're in this hater category, which is fine. But at least we know where to place you. Like you've been informed, you've been educated, and you still on that.
I get not being for everybody. I'm not saying I ain't
But
for everybody.
But I'm with you. But trash? That's what I mean. Like the trash part.
That's
I can
delusion.
take like, he's a little too much,
It
a
ain't
little
for me.
raunchy, whatever. But to say trash,
Nah. This was a good promo, good episode, good getting comfortable back in the new situation or just feeling comfortable on camera alone again. It's been a minute, and so we're back. Thanks for listening to the show. Look forward to seeing some clips that'll be coming out of this. We'll find something clip-worthy and get it out to you. Y'all be blessed. Peace. What up, beautiful people? Pardon the spots on my shirt. I spilled something trying to help somebody with something. Then I wiped it with the wrong thing and left a bunch of little spots. I could have fixed this had I done it right in the first place. Anyways, today's episode is brought to you by Ezel's Chicken. This is the Northwest premier chicken place to go. Yes, there's a black podcast sponsored by Black Ass Chicken. It is what it is. You can hate until you taste it, because once you taste it, you're going to be like, I get it. It all makes sense. Shout out to Mr. Ezel. Now listen, I want to tell you about some shows I got coming up. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm doing this because this is how Gary Owen did his. So here we go. We got the Bijou Theater in Knoxville, Tennessee, Friday, August 23rd. Saturday, August 24th, Robert Kirk Walker Theater in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Sunday, August 25th, we're going to go to Huntsville, Alabama at the Mars Music Hall. Then at the end of August at the Bricktown Comedy Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'll be doing 5 shows. Okay, for more shows, go to natejacksoncomedy.com. That's all the stuff I have for August. You know what? Because it rolls into Labor Day weekend, I'm also going to take some time to tell you about the big-ass show I'm doing on Sunday, September 1st. This is Labor Day Eve, I guess you can call it. We're at the YouTube Theater. It's myself, Dominique, Corey Holcomb, Ryan Davis, and Dion Cole. It's going to be an amazing show. Also, at the Super Funny Comedy Club here in Tacoma, Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club, we have Dion Cole this weekend, doing 2 shows Friday and 2 shows Saturday. With that said, let's dive into some topics. Okay, first topic is Tyreek Hill wants to race Noah Lyles from the Olympics has said that being a champion in basketball is not a world champion. It's like a national champion. Granted, he's right and wrong, right? Like it's the National Basketball Association is for the United States, but there's so many foreign players that they are on all those other teams. So when we're hooping still against the best in the world. So winning a national basketball championship in the United States does actually correlate to being a world champion. Tyreek don't like that. Tyreek don't like that he been talking. Tyreek don't like that he was all cocky. I don't know if you saw how he started the 200-meter dash, but he literally wasted half of his energy jumping around, bouncing all over all 8 lanes while the other 7 runners were in the blocks ready to start. Tyreek says that's cocky. He says, when you get back to the States, get ready because I'm going to race you. So everybody can sit back and watch Tyreek Hill get his ass dusted. So that's pretty much what would happen if the cheetah raced Noah Lyles. We don't like how fast Noah Lyles been talking, but we got to respect how fast he is on the track, my brother. Those track stars do not fuck around. I watched DK Metcalf running against 7 other track stars. He hung with them, but he was in 6th or 7th place. And he's one of the fastest NFL receivers that is in the entire league. So, yeah, I don't know if challenging him to a race is going to get him to be quiet. Because if he beats you, then what? Now he got a license to say anything he wants to say. I think he needs to outrun, something like a train. Or outrun a Mini Cooper. Show me that. Just whoop him and show him the machine is faster than man. Then maybe that'll make him be quiet. But he's a gold medal winner in the Olympics for the 100-meter dash. I think we should let him talk his shit. I think we should just sit back and watch him talk his shit and be great. He's a gold medal winning track star. Instead of challenging him, I think it is what it is. He's crazy as hell. I watched the interview. He said he was raised in a cult, him and his mama. And they went from one cult to another situation that they thought was going to be the escape from the cult, and it was cultish too. He won the gold medal and then came out with a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh shit on his arms. He's a special individual. So let's let him go ahead and be special. He's the fastest man on earth, and let's celebrate him for that instead of trying to challenge him to races in the hood. That's what niggas do. Moving on. We have a section of the show called Caitlin Clark Watch. Moving on. Because that's how long that segment deserves today. I'm going to move right the hell on. Don't nobody give a damn. Preseason has started. I saw an article that said Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes got the same stats, except Patrick Mahomes is winning games deep into the playoffs. They said they're the same quarterback. Maybe even Dak is better than Patrick Mahomes. I also saw Patrick Mahomes do a behind-the-back pass. So I just want to say, let's stop comparing Dak to other people who are doing great things. Yes, Dak is great, but it's a different kind of greatness that Patrick Mahomes is exuding, right? Like, it seems to me like Dak is mechanical, technical. You know, he's working the feet. He's doing the hips. He's got the 3-step drop. He has his release. He's a technical guy, right? As if you had an android at quarterback, a very talented black android. Patrick Mahomes is out there creating. He's improving. He's loose. Yeah, you call this play, but that might not be what happens. He might pump fake, spin one way, spin the other, fuck around, throw it behind his back or cross field in the other direction. You just got to appreciate him for creating on the spot. I'm a fan of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not a fan of the way he walks back to the huddle after he scores or after he gets a first down or after he slides. I cannot stand that he switches his hips. I don't understand. Like, he literally embodies what you would expect the NFL quarterback to be, like the leader of the team, like awesome, machismo, man's man, and then he switches back to the huddle. Like, yeah, bitch, huddle up. Like, I don't get that. I don't get the switching. Is Patrick Mahomes thick? Like, is that what I did? I'm not tuning into the game to see the quarterback out here switching his thick ass hips? I'm confused. His dad worked with him on every aspect of the game, and his mom worked with him on getting back to the huddle. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why he's speed walking and switching, but it is what it is. But I just don't want to see no thick ass quarterback. Russell Wilson had a terrible preseason at the Steelers. I'm already over the Russell Wilson hate. Like, it is what it is. He went to the Broncos. He did his thing. They got rid of him because they didn't run the system that works for him. He's at the Steelers. They need a fresh chance. And now he's going toe-to-toe with Justin Fields. And people are already talking about bringing in Tannehill with Justin Fields because one of the coaches worked with Tannehill and they had a lot of success, and that Russell might be a better fit at the Vikings where Sam Donald and some other quarterback and somebody else got hurt. Their depth chart is weak where they got hurt. I'm back in a mode mentally where I want to see Russell win. He needs to just go to a market where he doesn't have to be the blackest person. He needs to go to a market where he doesn't have to be appreciated for the culture. He just needs to go where it's like a football culture. It's all football. We don't care who's running the team. Football, football, football. That might be Minnesota. You think of Minnesota, you don't think of it's not the blackest cultural epicenter that there is. If you visit Minnesota, you're actually shocked. You're like, wow, look at all this diversity, and Paisley Park is here, and this is where Prince was from and all that. But from outsider looking in, that could be a good place for him to be. He's used to playing cold. He came up in Wisconsin, and so maybe that's a good fit. I would have loved to see him step up during the preseason and solidify his job over Justin Fields, but it looks like that's not what happened yet. I'm rooting for Russell Wilson again to have some success. I really am. I think that TikToking with his wife hurt him. I think that when he has his attention torn between several different things at a time, that's when I start to see him waver at quarterback. And if he can just focus in and they say lock in. That's what they say when you're playing Call of Duty. Lock in. So if he can just lock in, I think he'll have another set of successful seasons. Because when I saw him at the All-Star Weekend for the Pro Bowl, he hit 12 out of 11 markers. Like, it looked like he was having his own combine. I'd like to see him get a W again, is what I'm saying. There's people who are like, man, fuck Russell Wilson, right? Like Trenton, who's behind the boards right now, could care less. Trenton is a Broncos fan. He saw Russell Wilson come into Broncos, and he feels like it distracted his team from what they should have been doing, and they could have hit the ground running. I don't give a fuck about the Broncos. Broncos just like having a big head white boy at quarterback. That's their whole thing. I've said it once. I'll say it again. If you got a giant head and you're a white dude, you're going to have success at the Broncos. Peyton Manning had success there. John Elway has success there. You just got to have a big-ass head, and they respect you as a team leader. That's what they want. Not a short African-American. That their community can't handle that. They're a mile high up in the sky, and they're dealing with a lot of racism. They can't handle a black leader on the field. We can throw to you, we can pass the ball to you and let you run in and kill yourself, but what we're not going to do is have the leader of our free world be a short, stocky nigga. It's a problem for Denver. They need a tall, big-head white boy. So who they got? Bo Nix. Bo Nix got listed as the starting quarterback for the Broncos, and if you go look at him, he fits the profile. He's another big-head white boy. So Trenton is happy. He's happy. He says all is well in Bronco land. Let's ride. That's what he says right now. Tyrese crying? You want to talk about Tyrese crying? Why? You want to know that there's a safe space that men can talk to each other.
Men need to know that.
Okay, men need to. I think men do know there's safe spaces to talk to each other. They just don't equate the Breakfast Club with being that place, right? Now, somebody who's such a big proponent of therapy and getting help as Charlemagne is, he spent a lot of time laughing at and with Tyrese during that interview. But yeah, Tyrese was very poignant in his interview. He said his jewelry was fake. He said he don't care about that. He said how many house cleaners has he had and hotels have stolen his stuff. Talking about we don't know where it went. So he's not even bothering wearing real jewelry anymore because until you've lost $250,000 worth of jewelry, don't talk to him about whether his jewelry is real or if his jewelry is fake. That wasn't the emotional part Keela's referring to. She's talking to the part where he was in tears and turning down napkins. Like, black men cry. It is what it is. He said, you know, when you get a divorce, the woman's not the only one that's hurt. When you experience a miscarriage, the woman's not the only one that's hurt. When the money and how the breadwinning is ebbing and flowing, don't just always check on the woman. The man is, that's there's trauma there, And Tyrese has always been very talented. He's gone through a lot. He lost both of his sisters, his mom, his wife. I don't know if he went through a miscarriage situation, but if he did, he went through that too. So there's a lot. And I haven't had a reason to be crying in a public sphere or space, or really even crying in private. I just haven't had anything happen that has brought me to tears. But if that was the thing, I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. If I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna cry. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. If I'm crying, I'm crying. Judge me. Shame on the people that are like, look at this bitch ass nigga. Like, shame on that person. What you crying at? Like, I think it's kind of wild that he had to look dead at the camera and level with the people and say, listen, black men cry. Like, we're humans. It's not like black men are incapable of emotion or that we don't have tear ducts. We can be sad. We can cry. And so it's real. So that's my 2 cents on it. I don't know if that's what you intended for me to say. Sometimes I know you want me to be like, shut your bitch ass up, Tyree, but that's not how I feel.
That is not what I think he just said.
Just saying. And also, I'm not even saying there's a knock to Charlemagne, because I know Charlemagne, like I said, he's done a lot of therapy work, and I like Charlemagne, right? I don't know if he's a controversial character where some people don't like Charlemagne, but I like Charlemagne. I have a story about it. When D-Ray did Hip Hop Squares, hosted Hip Hop Squares season 1 and season 2, I was booked as the crowd warm up, and so every time before the break, after the break, during the show, when the crowd is cheering and yelling and laughing and in good spirits, that's me that's generating that. Like, yeah, the show's funny, but when you're there filming for 6 to 8 hours with a paid audience that's the same all day long, they start to lose energy, and you got to keep them upbeat. And so that was me. I'm bribing them with Starbursts and giving out candy and telling jokes and having them dance and do twerk competitions and having the stars come out of the squares and come down and interact with them. And so it was a lot of work. I hadn't done warm-up work before. It was a different world. It's a different beast entirely to be the source of everybody's turn up. But that's what you're there for. And it also was a struggle for me because I wanted my own square. I'm like, I'm a celebrity. Why can't, I'm not eligible for a square? What about one of these episodes? Just throw me in the corner. Like, but based on where my career is at, they're like, why would we just randomly have you sitting in the corner? Like, that's how they're acting. But I saw some of the squares. I'm like, that nigga's randomly sitting in the corner. Why can't I? So, you're in between a golden rock and a golden hard place, right? Like, it's gonna pay well, but you have to humble yourself to do it. Right? Like, if you have aspirations to be on-camera talent, you're swallowing your tongue every day as you literally pour all your all into an unseen role. You may see your name briefly during credits, but in general, no one's going to remember, who was the warm-up. If you go to a live taping, if you've ever been to a live taping, you end up falling in love with the warm-ups. You're like, dude, the warm-up there they were so cool. Usually it's it's a tandem usually. Like, the warm-up was so cool. Usually, and that's the person cracking the most jokes out of everyone. You know what I mean? Everybody else is like, action. They say their line or their jokes. They get their laugh cut. From then until the next action, after a commercial break or somebody got to go to the bathroom, the warm-up is on. There was 20-minute, 30-minute chunks where I'm doing jokes. I'm performing. I'm fucking with people. So it was a lot. But I would get there, and half of the squares were like, celebrities that are like acknowledging the crowd, the host, no acknowledgement of the warm-up, right? Hard as I'm working. I got the squares laughing. T.I.'s like, this is crazy. Some people don't acknowledge it at all. Well, during a couple of the breaks, like, they're like, I got it in here, and they're like, go over and, if celebrity and squares energy is kind of low, go over there and, peak up Michael Blackson's energy, or go up and peak up Charlemagne is looking at his phone or something. Go just tell him, say something. So I go over. I'm like, Charlemagne, what's good? They said they want to see you look up some more. And he's looking down. He's like, bet, got you. Well, that's not particularly what happened with Charlemagne. It was somebody else. But I'm saying this about Charlemagne to bring it full circle is that, so you now know what it was like being the warm-up, right? Like you want to matter more than you do. And you might matter more than you think you do, but it's a selfless job. I go over and I speak to Charlemagne, and whereas everybody else is in I'm busy mode, or I'm, you know, their bandwidth is full with other tasks, messing with their phone or talking to their own team or whatever. Charlemagne took the time to be attentive and speak and say what's up and actually hold a conversation. How are you doing, dog? You're killing it as a warm up. And he told me, he was like, I said, man, thank you. I feel seen. And he was like, oh no, I see you. You know, I started out in the trenches with Wendy. So I appreciate the role that the guy that's in that role, because I know you're the one that's going to elevate up out of anybody in the space. Like, that's almost word for word what he said. I was like, I'll be damned. And I went back over and I finished doing warm up. So anyone that has that type of perspective, like the little guy matters, I rock with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a fan of Charlemagne. My daddy had a stroke. That's a thing. We did my birthday party on the 14th at the club, Wednesday, August 14th, and it was dope. It is what it is. I got a Werther's Original in my mouth. This part of the show is sponsored by Werther's Original. This part of the show is sponsored by Werther's Original. This is the old world recipe. This is a classic hard caramel candy with creamy caramel filling. So it's not just Werther's on the outside. It's soft and creamy on the inside. Just like me, my heart is like that too, right? Like it's hard on the outside, but it's soft and creamy on the inside. Anyway, my dad was trying to go to the Democratic National Convention. He made it as far as the Wally Park and had a whole ass stroke. The good news is physically he's fine. Cognitively he's fine. Like he's watching the DNC still. He's reading the newspaper. When you speak to him, he understands you. The part that is foggy and or dead, or he's rehabilitating and healing the synapses around, is the part where he's thinking what he wants to say and then he's not able to say what he's thinking. So it's very frustrating if you could imagine having a thought and the world around you is moving at regular speed and you're just trying to get that one thought out. By the time you get it out, it may not even be poignant to the conversation anymore. So we're all having to slow down and be patient. And I'm learning from it in a sense. Like, you have to really, one, don't take your loved ones for granted. Tell your people you love them. Two, take your health and cherish your own health. The fact that you can talk, the fact that you can listen, the fact that you can sing a song when it hits you, or you can daydream. Like, all that stuff is things that I overlooked. It's just like, yeah, it's just part of who I am. But now that I see my dad struggling with, putting those things back together, I'm like, man, I've been taking it for granted. He's proud of me. He wrote down, you have show, go. And so he wanted me to keep working. And he was bragging to the nurses about me. He said, he wrote on the whiteboard, he said he sold more tickets in 2023. And, he said he sold more tickets. And then my sister was like, reading the board and trying to tell the nurse what he's saying. He said he sold more tickets in 2023. My dad said twice. So he sold more tickets in 2023, and then he sold more tickets again. Like he's doing fantastic. So, stroke and all, he's still the same proud, strong black man. We just got to get the words to come out the right way. And what I've learned helps is a couple of things, because we're kinesthetic as African Americans, right? We like to touch it, feel it, see it. So you need an example. So if he's trying to say something and I can deduce what he's trying to say, I say, look at my mouth. Then I say it. Then he mimics my mouth, and then he gets it out just fine. Then we celebrate, a little clapping or something, so he knows, because it's so frustrating to not get things out that it's a reward to get it out. So he's actually 4 days from a stroke, and he's already counting to 10. Oddly enough, you can sing songs. A part of your brain that stores music and melodies and songs and song lyrics, different than the part of your brain from just general speaking. So music therapy or melodic therapy is actually a thing. We're not going that far, but it was just interesting to watch him struggle to say everything, having to use a whiteboard to talk, but then he could sing Happy Birthday, the regular version, the Stevie Wonder version, and then his own blues version that he does. Also, even the counting to 10, because hand gestures are stored in a different part of your brain, right? So sign language would still be he would still be a fluent if he ever knew sign language. But in counting to 10 and using his fingers, 1 through 10 was just fine. Like to where my mom verbally was like, well, I'll be damned. And then the last thing that I think is interesting is cuss words are essentially stored in a different folder in your brain because they're like forbidden to say in general conversation. So his cuss words are flawless. I said, can you say fuck? And he's like, nah, but it wasn't because he couldn't. He didn't want to say it in front of the nurse that was in the room. So later when he was reading off his paper and he had to say huckleberry and we had to teach him how to form his mouth again to say huck, huck, huck. He got huckleberry down and then he said, hey. And I looked over at him and he said, fuck. I said, man, come on, man. Everybody started laughing. He still has a great sense of humor. He's still saying jokes. But yeah, man, love your people and check on your strong friends. You know what I'm saying? Because people, you just assume everything is cool. I've had a lot of messages in my phone or people who have had issues or things that they've come to me for, and all of it in context and perspective to what is happening at home and with family. I'm like, it doesn't even matter right now. You know what I mean? So I think it would behoove people to not come into situations loaded or with with a message or whatever they're gonna say. Don't just bust in the room with your own agenda. Like read the room, see what's going on, and then maybe you'll appreciate the setting a little bit more. But that's what's going on in my private world, and it's a lot. It's a lot to look at, like your example of manhood and strength and all that, to just be struggling. I think if he was lacking some of the other areas, like receiving information, which some people struggle after a stroke, they can't even receive the information. So now you're trying to relay what you're saying to them and then understand what they're saying. But like that is extremely tough and can take 3 to 5, 7, in some cases 8 years of rehabilitation. But him being cognitively strong helps because I'm like, he's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still him. His essence is still him. Whereas some people have strokes so severe that you're like, this is a shell of what they used to be. Well, no, it's him. He's still talking shit, saying, telling jokes, and he's cracking up because the speech pathologist came into the room. She's like, sometimes you got to just say the word and let them watch your mouth. So she's like, Mr. Jackson, look at how I say it. And he looks at her mouth. Now, so my siblings are older than me, 12 years older and 16 years older. So they were gone for most of my childhood. So I grew up in the house with him as an old ass daddy, right? So I have the most hours and time spent around him. So I know what he's trying to say. Like I understand his cadence in talking, when he's trying to say something serious, when he's trying to make a joke, when he has a question. And that's even without him saying anything. It's just the verbal cues and even the timing of a thing. Like when he has said certain jokes, I knew that's what he was trying to say. And everybody was like, yeah, he had the floor. Everybody's paying attention if he's saying something serious. Like, you guys know he's about to talk some shit, right? They're like, what? I'm like, just, the next thing he says is not going to be serious. So tune out unless you want to laugh with him. He's like, he laughing while he's trying to write. The lady says, look at my mouth while I say it. He going to say, you pretty mouth. I say, God damn. My mom said, what? Then he gonna gaslight. Nice teeth. I'm like, nah, you said she had a pretty mouth, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gonna gaslight and have a stroke? So he's still hilarious. Like he still has his, joking, positive good nature, and frustration hasn't overwhelmed him. He's having wins. He asked for ice cream today, so we went on a trip to Dairy Queen to get. He wanted a soft serve. Everybody else wanted Blizzard, so we did that. My stomach's on fire right now because we did that. I think the older you get lactose too. I am back losing weight again. I am full on semaglutide, which is an active ingredient in Ozempic. So I'm not on Ozempic, but I am on semaglutide, and it has curbed my appetite entirely. So I think even as soon as January, I think I'm gonna look just different, which is a problem. It's a problem. If I get a 6-pack again, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be fat groupies everywhere, and I'm inviting them. Bring your big ass out. That's what it's gonna be. I told a joke at a show where I said you could tell the quality of your groupies, but you could tell the quality of your career based on your groupies, right? So like you see Chris Brown doing meet and greet, and there's beautiful women draped all over him. They paid $1,000 to jump across and lay in his arms. My groupies, you can't even pick up their thigh. You know, I'm like, they said, there's some women out there in the lobby waiting on you. I said, what they look like? They came back. Like, so I got Benya Pollywog in the lobby for me. We got some more grinding to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you can tell if your career is booming. What the bitches look like out there. And if they trash, you got to get back to work. What your groupies look like right now, Trenton? What groupies? Damn. I got old white women that will follow you out of town and drive backwards down the street and drive into traffic trying to give you a cookie. I got a lady that I thought was a frog the whole time and realized she was a whole human. I thought she was some type of radioactive crossbreed between human and toad. I had I don't know. A nematode. Yeah, she looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja bitch. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? She like pussy in a half shell, pussy power. So I gotta turn up. I gotta turn up on the extras. You know, who feels comfortable coming around? And really, I think a lot of it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Keela's fault. Yeah. See, she was texting, that made her look up. But I'll tell you right now, it's Keela's fault because the women who are hanging back now are the bold ones that are willing to walk past a black woman that's clearly on the team, working with me. She's got on the outfit. She's selling the merch. They'll check with her and be like, is he your man? Type shit. But usually, like, just Keela's presence is enough that women are like, he cute, but they kind of stay away. Now, these pollywogs, these Benya pollywogs, they're like, I don't care who Keela is, I'm going back there. Like, so Keela be warding off a lot of the bullshit. The same way can't no men really get to Keela when she around all of us. You know what I'm saying? Keela be trying to tiptoe off, you know. She just like, I just need to make myself accessible. Where was we at when we was in the club and Keela gone?
No.
Yeah.
Hold up.
You was dancing by yourself. You weren't doing nothing bad. But if somebody was gonna holler, that was a window of opportunity because we were still at the bar trying to buy drinks for your ass. Yeah, where were we? We was at that place where there was 3 bars. The Uber driver came. The Uber driver came into the club with us.
Oh no.
Naples, Florida. Yeah, I'm like, where in the hell is Keela? Can't find her. Keela then went all the way around the other side of the club by the DJ. She over there with Haley and Sue Ra and the Uber driver. They over there twerking in a corner. Can't even no men get up into them because they got their ass in the corner, but they over there throwing it though. They throwing ass right into the corner of the wall. So I'm not approachable right now, but I feel like if I had the tour set up to where like I had a road person that was like, that was their thing, like go get the bitches. I see guys come to the club or I see guys touring and they'll meet a beautiful woman and they're like, hey man, it was nice to meet you. That's what's up. Then they move on to the next person. They're signing meet and greet. Their opener is like, he would like your phone number. You know what I'm saying? Just off of some wink or some type of signal they got. They know they need to get that, you know. And Instagram is not enough. We want your phone number, you know. So I don't got that. Sound what is?
This is sounding very Drake-ish.
Drake-ish? Everybody grown. Drake-ish is when they're young. Say, Drake, I heard you like him young. That's literally the lyric. Yeah, so no, this ain't Drake-ish. I'm just telling you why I feel like whoever's trying to see me after a show, whoever's trying to launch extracurriculars is like in the face, okay? It's like Jack Link's jerky. Like it's all.
Is there somebody who can? Is that even an option? We fucking groupies?
Is there somebody? I'll smash a groupie. You want to know if I'll fuck a groupie? What's she look like? What's she talking about?
Look good.
Is she my type? She's my type. She likes me. She already appreciates what I do on stage and my craft. She done did some research. Hey, how's your dog Brandy? Like groupies be knowing stuff.
They know a lot.
Yeah. Why the fuck wouldn't I? It makes no sense. The problem is they can't. You're like, excuse me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He's like, excuse me, we're headed the other direction. But Heath has been so helpful. He's had people come all backstage in the green room and shit thinking they were friends. Like, I don't know her. I don't know that person, Heath. He's like, oh, I thought it was your friend. I'm like, Heath, if I come off stage and go to my green room and there's a stranger sitting in it, that's a problem. But now he's talking about everybody got to wear your lanyards. We're stepping up security. Nigga, you're the reason that anybody's getting to me. You're the reason. So I'm excited to go to Tennessee, man. We're gonna shoot another episode of the food show in Alabama, and so look out for that. Because our workflow that we're gonna leave these cities when it's multiple cities in a row, we don't have the time to go and sit down like that. But if it's a city like Tulsa that's coming up where I have 5 shows, so I'm there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we can find a window of time to go film for 45 minutes and get a 4 or 5 minute episode out of that. But when it's this fast, like we're gonna go into 2 cities in Tennessee, and we got to do the shows, wake up, get in the car, drive, do the shows, wake up, get in the car, drive, wake up, get in the car, airport. We don't have time to mess around, really. And if we are going to grab some food, we're literally grabbing some food. So we don't have time for a full production. We do, but we're not there yet as a team that's producing on the road. We will be soon, though, because we're planning and we're having our meetings. And I'm saying that because for those of you who are like, man, do more of that. Like, you got to understand this work behind, like, we got to set it up, get access to the restaurant, shoot it. Somebody got to edit it. And you guys just be like, more, you know. So we're trying to give you some more, but bear with us. And as we get into this second leg of the tour, which, to be honest with you, it truly starts this weekend. We just have to manage our expectations, track our energy, and be vigilant with our own output, and then we can continue to give you great content. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the new frequency of material that's hitting social media. There's now at least 1 clip a day hitting TikTok and Instagram. When I say at least, we've been shooting for 2 and getting 2 for about 6 days now, and I can see the energy online. We hit 1 million on Facebook. We hit 500. We hit 500,000 on YouTube. We hit 400, and Instagram is jumping right now too. Instagram went from 400,000 to 439,000, and so 39,000 in 7 days, which is a big jump on an app where nobody's clicking follow anymore. It's actually at 439,835. So in 65 likes, it'll be at 439,900. At 440,000. And that's a big benchmark, because everyone who's a follower, or you like a video, or you send a video out, or you comment on a video, you become part of my algorithm, and you're part of the universe that this is, so that when shows are coming up and I'm coming to your market, you're tapped in and you know what's going on. I have some big stuff coming up, some big announcements. When I say that, I don't want you to feel like it's empty and it's not really happening. This stuff is really happening. It is so big that I had to sign NDAs, and I have to wait until the companies that produce the content are ready to market before I can say it. Otherwise, I'll be letting the cat out the bag early and could jeopardize my involvement in the project at all. So just know there's some big ass stuff coming up. I can tell you about the movie Good Fortune with Seth Rogen, Keanu Reeves, Aziz Ansari, Keke Palmer, and Helen Wong. And that's not the biggest news. There's something TV related. There's something comedy related. It's really exciting. We're on the precipice of another ladder rung and continuing, this marathon to the number 1 spot. Why not? At the end of the day, the main things that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys is that we're going into leg 2 of the tour. I'm coming to a city near you. I want you guys to come to a show. And anybody can get it. If you look away, I won't get you. So don't be scared to be in the building, but come on. And that we have Dion Cole at the club this week. To be honest with you, I don't know how fast this episode comes out. So it's like last week was Dion Cole. Man, we had a time. So, but that's what I'd like to make sure that it has the thickest brushstrokes on is that. And then I'll let you know how Tennessee and Alabama go next week. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Tap in. NateJacksonComedy.com, SuperFunnyComedyClub.com, and peace.
Is everybody in love? I see just couples and couples and couples. Y'all a couple right there with y'all? Huh? Friends. Hey, man, show both of these Cartman looking motherfuckers right here. Did you just blow a kiss at that man? Respect my authority. Are they up on the screen? Yeah, I like this lens right here. Y'all just boys? Y'all just Call of Duty friends? Y'all just play Call of Duty? You be calling on the phone. Get on the game, Trevor. Let's drop in, brother. Let's show 'em. I snipe, you close range. I got your back. That is amazing. What's your name, man? Austin? I'm gonna just guess from here out, because that's too easy. I probably could have got that. And then is this Dallas? Simon? Fred? You got an Eric face a little bit if I squint. What's your name? Matt? If I would have said two more, Matt was gonna be the second to last one. I would have got Matthew. What did you say? Your middle name is Trevor? Sir, I didn't ask you what your goddamn middle name was. What in the first 48 is going on here? My middle name is Trevor if you're looking for me by alias. That's what black people don't do. Black or we're not going to tell you our middle name as well. You might get a nickname. What's your name? Scoot? So what do you guys do for money, man? How long y'all been running them Bojangles franchises? Y'all down there eating the merchandise. Well, them some big ass white boys right there. God damn. So what you do for a living, Trevor? You work for an engineering company? What, are you an engineer? Somebody pushing too many buttons. What in the Malcolm X biopic is going on in this? My eyes adjusted quick. I like, hold up. We in Charlotte. Hold on. Hell yeah, Charlotte, y'all got it here. If you look for it, you'll find it. You gotta lock your car in this city while you in it. I was in a drive-thru. Got in the car. Give me a number 2. I said, get your goddamn ass out my goddamn car. So you work for an engineering company, but you're not an engineer. What you do? Whoever with the lights, you're doing good. But there's no need to keep pressing new buttons. Whatever the new ones are too hot. I felt a new bead of sweat on that side of my head. They're like, no, you're going to be skinny tonight, mother. Got me up here cooking like 7-Eleven food. What's the name of the engineering company? Trust? That's it. You trust them? Okay. So I trust my paycheck. They pay you good down there? You got about $100? You got a loose 100? Got 100 in your pocket? What? I don't know what y'all talking about. She sleep? Oh, I ain't even been out here long. I have not been out here long enough to justify a goddamn nap. I'm hilarious. How do you go to sleep during this? God damn. She got sickle cell. How are you asleep? Did you fake sleep so I fuck with you? Or you really that goddamn tired? What's your name, sleepyhead? I didn't even see you. They were like, in the blue. Get that sleeping ass in the blue. He tried to wake you up too. He like, hey. You got mad at him. My child, get on now. What's your name, sleepyhead? Leslie? Leslie? Huh? She's still asleep. Her tongue's sleeping in her mouth. What is it? Remember when Babu Shay, y'all remember when Babu Shay came back at halftime in the mud dog? Bobby Boucher came back. You in the front row. These ain't no cheap tickets, man. They cost a little bit more than the rest. You take expensive naps, huh? She shop at the airport. What you do for a living that you so tired, Nessa? You sell commercial insurance? Like for property? Okay. And so you worked hard all day long. Huh? What time you get up today? Hello? What time? 9:30? Damn. Listen to everybody else that woke up before that. I heard him. He was like, 9:30? I wish I could wake up at motherfucking 9:30. I'll be up before Jesus. 9:30. You slept in. You ain't got no kids jumping on your bed, wake you up and shit? You got a 1-year-old? Okay, just wait. Them 9:30s is gonna be, you gonna wish for 9:30. Terrible 2 is gonna be like, Mommy, look what I can do. People with kids, I can't stand it. I don't have kids, but other people's kids always want to show me whatever their new impressive shit they learned that day. They be like, look, watch. Mr. Nate, look. I'm like, what? They not my kids. Get your little stupid ass up out of here if I whoop your goddamn ass. I have no responsibility to talk to you nicely. Shut your little ass up and get the fuck up out of here. Ooh, you talk crazy, mommy. So what about you, bro? This your lady, ain't it? Yeah. Why you got her out here so tired, man? What kind of answer was that? He said, man, yeah. Man, goddamn. She want to celebrate your birthday and fell asleep on your ass? Go back to sleep, because later on tonight, you got to be up. You got some work to do. Keep the blue outfit on. He'll figure it out. Oh, now you got to answer. Yes, I like that. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Go on, take a nap, Nessa. That. You got some to do. It's his birthday. What's your name, boss? Lawrence? This is crazy. This is crazy. Everybody I talk to got an old black man name. This is the first Asian I ever met named Lawrence on my mama. Is that your real name or that's the one you picked? I'm not saying it in a racist way. Asian people get to pick their name when they get here. So it's something we can pronounce, because Shing Shao, Shimmy Shay Shao is hard to say. Lawrence is it's on your birth certificate? Really? So your mama looked at a baby little Asian. And you were adorable too. You're like, I apologize. I'm sorry for making a I'm sorry for maybe, I'm sorry, bro. Lawrence, with your black ass, I'm sorry that I made the baby Asian cry hi-ya. I am so sorry for that. I'm sorry. You deserve better from me today, okay? But your mama was holding adorable baby you, and she was like, we named him Lawrence. This rock, paper, scissors, what's going on here? Right, did they pop up on the screen? Okay, y'all laugh separately tonight. You guys are friends, right? Okay, it's nice to meet you. Got Melissa McCarthy and Queen Latifah in this month. Oh, what's up? So you guys are besties? Okay, how long y'all been friends? 10 plus years. Okay. Based on her dress, I thought it was life. That's a goddamn prison shirt like a motherfucker. Are you under arrest? You going to jail? You sexy with that little Lego head. I like you. I like you, girl. You got a boyfriend or something? No? You know how to cook? A little bit? I like to eat now. Do you have any good cookie recipes? You some cookies? Okay. So this is because if you look at the road, that's a couple, that's a couple, that's a couple, and y'all just sitting there trying to act like y'all not a couple. And I just want to know, I just want to make sure y'all don't, you ain't never seen it. She's engaged to you. She's like, he's my king, Latifah. So where's your fiance? He's at work. So you like, I'm still going. So you bought 2 tickets and then told her come with you? Your boss bought you tickets? Your boss is here? And she bought better tickets for y'all than she got? Where the f*** y'all work at? I ain't never had a boss that would put me in a better position than them. Where's your boss at? I want to meet this goddamn white woman. I was right. There she is. She was like, hello, I am the white woman that blessed my employees. I own them. Well, not the black one. She just works for me. Yeah. I'm going to be real with you. You can get it. You know how to make cookies? You know how to make cookies? Shut up. Who is that next to you? Your mama? Y'all got the same forehead. That's crazy. Y'all look the same. Well, she look a little bit like Tom Cruise, but I like how y'all look. Maverick, you're going too fast. You gotta slow down. I gotta break the record for everybody so that the program survives. How do you know about the show, man? Right there, church lady. You on TikTok? You got a TikTok? You bull. You be looking at it at church. You look like you pressed down, shaken together, and anointed in the name of Jesus. You got Jesus on the main line. I be on hold. You be talking to him. Tell Jesus, come on. Hello, Jesus. It's a man down here. He need him an Eve. He say he a Christian, but we think that's his name. Hey, what's your name, sis? Yolanda Adams. See, I told you your ass. Prayed up. You be praying over everything you eat, huh? Snacks, Jolly Ranchers. Absolutely, I'm not eating anything without the Lord involved. But who you with? This is all one family? Y'all don't even know each other? Y'all didn't drive down here in the same van? Y'all give it up for Cornell West in this. I wrote a dissertation, they said. Who are you right here crying and holding your mouth? Who are you to Cornell? Let me talk to the baby. Baby, you speak on behalf of the family. This your mom and dad? Outstanding. And then who's the church lady? You really don't know her? She didn't baptize you back when you was little? And she said, I do baptisms, but not her in particular. So you set your parents up. We about to go sit in the roast zone. Your dad don't know what the f*** going on. to the Thunderdome. But what's your name, Earl? You look like your first name is the last name. It's Robinson. Robinson Jenkins. Huh? Gerald? What's he saying? Spell it. You say Jerry? That is not what you said the first time. You were like, girl. What? Jerry? No, f that. And what do you do for a living, Jerry? How long you been a mechanic? Are you about to die? I don't see a lot of air going in. I just see, he's like, please, goddamn, you're killing me. Goddamn, I ain't laughed like this since Mom's Maybelline. Look like you went to school with Richard Pryor. Let me stop with you though, because I just recognize that your beard is into braids, and that, I don't give a what age you are. That's some Dub C OG Crip, and I don't want no problems. Nice to meet you, Jerry. Gerald. Huh? Who's not Mexican? Sir, he will steal your car stereo and ride off on a horse. That is a Mexican. Look at those goddamn boots. I don't give a what he likes. Them goddamn chanclas? That's a Mexican. Them chupacabra stompers. That's the boots he got on. Step on a snake on the way. No, he's Mexican, bro. All Mexicans aren't the same, bro. He's just different than you. He's Mexican. What'd you say? Mexicant? He's like, okay, fat boy. He's Mexican, bro. I didn't know Mexicans had racism too. That's crazy. That's a Mexican hating on a Mexican. What the? La raza, fool. Run a lap around, you gotta run a lap. That's your discipline. Run one full lap and then come back to your seat. I'm not playing. Get your fat ass up and you run one whole lap around here. Mexicans making fun of Mexicans is crazy. Get your fat ass up and run a lap. Run a lap. I'll run it with you. You run it, I'll walk it. Come on. Bring your big ass out. No, come out. Matter of fact, Jesse, get up, go out there with him. I got $100 for whoever wins. But you gotta go backwards. Cause that nigga, he ain't gonna make it, his heart gonna pop. Nah, I see carne asada and all that. He be like, pinche mayate. How the pinche mayate, damn it. Man, okay, I'm sorry. That was for the Mexicans. White people are like, what's a Mayate? It's a Mazda, right? Mazda Miata? Show right there, Cartman from South Park, right there. Respect my elder. Right there, next to Wiz Khalifa, right there. With the San Francisco hat on. Respect my authority. Why you got your tongue out, girl? There's too many. It's a late show. These motherfuckers is ready. She was like, the f***? What? Wait a minute. Move your hand. Oh, that's a girl. I'm sorry. I thought you was a him. It's because you were there with, you got the whole row of homies, you know what I'm saying? You look like you cut down trees. What's your name? What's your pronouns? Let me. Huh? He, her? What'd you just say? She, her. Okay, ma'am. What do you do for a living? You what? We gonna talk after the show. I want all the shoes that can't nobody find.
Oh, yes.
Okay? You got me? You got size 13s? Okay. Good. I want all the sizes. I don't care if it's a girl shoe. Size 13. If I can get in it, I'm aware. Because nobody have it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a pansexual shoe. It's a shoe we don't know what it is. It's like the It's Pat of shoes. Do you understand where I'm getting this from? Sir, ma'am, lady, sir? Outstanding. You might be a girl, but you... I can tell. I can tell. Like you goddamn right. There's no crying in baseball. On the low, she probably got some good pussy though. On the low, because it's untapped. You okay? She said, oh my God. What's your name? Yep. That's the name you had the whole time? Or you was like, I'm gonna pick a boy name? Huh? It's Ryan? Okay. Who you with? This your homie? Yeah. And then that's your homie right there too? Or just y'all two? And what do you do, my guy? Never mind. Y'all can't hear it up there, but he went, shit, I don't do a mother. I'm trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? About to try and get me a job down there in Smud. You an Asian with gold teeth? You from Oakland? What kind of Asian are you that you got your mouth golded out? Filipino and black? Okay, so you're not even Asian at all. Because the Filipinos are the blacks of the Asians. You guys are the ones that break dance and eat the pancit and the lumpia. Yeah. How long you been a nurse? You're not a nurse? Everybody makes a noise for E. Porte. Hello, E. Porte. Ooh. Yeah? No? When'd you get out? I'm still in, shit. We got to report in 10 minutes. What do you do for a living, man? Talk to me a little bit, sir. You work for the state. Oh, so those come out. She's like, excuse me. What do you do for the state? Huh? You can't talk with a man? All the black people like, God damn. What do you do now? Caltrans. Okay, California Transportation Department. Okay. What you do? Trains, buses? Landscaping. You sure you're not Mexican? You don't talk with you, man. So you guys do all the plants, the trees, and shit along the railroad? Highway maintenance? Damn, y'all ain't gonna never run out of work. You can't keep up, huh? Because as soon as you cut it, it's back. What kind of boots you wear at work? He said, the same boots. Oh, my mama, we wear the same one. A little newer, though. A little newer, but the same one. Yeah, because them boots right there. These some old-ass goddamn boots. And you were answering, too. Who are you to him? Co-workers. Okay. Okay. Just workers, huh? What'd you say? You just a homie? Okay. Okay. I see you put a chair between y'all, so I'm inclined to believe you. Y'all got women? You ain't got no girl? You ain't got no girl either? You want me to hook you up with somebody? Okay. How you feel about boots? She pretty, man. You got to work on her shoe game, but she pretty. Look at him. You don't like the Raiders? Hey guys, This is Sacramento. You don't have a team. Calm the f down. Yeah. No. So you said 49ers? Hey. You still don't have a team. All right. So you guys can get together and have a little rivalry at home. You know, you can have sex and play like football music and see what team gonna win. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, boots, 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 boo 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 boots. You've been married 10 years, and how long did you know her before the 10 years? Oh, 1 year. You got it done quick. You fell in love right away? What'd she do to you? Why you say sure, like you were a penitentiary pen pal or something? Sure, you can call it love. I was trying to get out of here and have some waiting for me when I got out. You were his first Mexican? Orale. That's what's up. Love is love. So you Mexican then? A little bit or all the way? Half. What's the other half?
German and Irish.
White. Just saying, that's both German and Irish. Just a white situation. I don't want the white people to feel a way about what I just said. Is that acceptable? Okay. Yeah. She's like, nope, those are both white places for sure. Potatoes and shepherds for sure. That's definitely. So how did your parents meet? In a war or something? How did a Mexican meet a military? Yeah, there it is. So a war. Yeah. So is your mom Mexican and your daddy German and white?
My mom's white. My dad worked on the equipment. My mom used
Your mom worked on the equipment?
No, my dad. My Mexican dad.
Your Mexican dad.
He was the fix-it guy.
That's what y'all do. That might be racist, but in reality, if you need some fix and a white man walks up, you're like, no, this is my fault. Give me an invoice. If you get out of a truck and hop out, hey, how you doing? Let me just see what you got out here, see if I can give it a shot. My wife Rebecca is going to give you an invoice. You have PayPal? You have PayPal? Yeah, there'll be 2 invoices. There'll be one for the job and one for me being here right now. They're like, what the f***? Mexicans get out working on. It's done, boss. Done. It's done, boss. That was a new engine. It's done. Turn it on. Orale. Mexican to fix your shit. You turn your car on and start. You're like, damn, this was a Tesla before it did it. Put a real engine in a Tesla. You don't charge no more. You don't charge it. Here you go. So how did y'all meet, man? Tell me about your life, love life. You met online. Oh, 11 years ago?
Yeah, we just planned to finish. I was his first date after his first marriage.
You were his first date after his first marriage. Okay, he was done with the marriage in full, or yeah, but some people don't be done all the way. They be like, it's just one more piece of paper she got to sign, and then I'm free. Well, when's she gonna sign it? God damn. Well, I left her in '85. I don't know when she gonna sign it. Okay, so you guys met, hit the ground running, fell in wild love, and got married 1 year after that.
Yeah.
Okay, and are you guys in love right now?
Yeah.
Sir, I believe that you are, but just for future reference, if somebody asks you, you gotta be more affirmative than that. You just sat through her yes. You like, yeah, we in love. Whatever she says, I'm just following her. You love her?
Ready for the curve? She can't leave. I got a curveball for you. She can't leave.
She can't leave? She said, you don't want to know. I have to know. I don't know what the you think this is, but I need to know. Welcome to my talk show. It's similar to Maury and Jerry Springer. We got to get to the bottom of this. Dear Mexican woman, why can't you leave that white man? What is going on? Talk to me, Bob. It sounds like a kidnapping, but it's not. Okay, Diddy. Let's just. Jesus Christ. Bad boy. Bob, I need you to put this in words I can understand quick. The authorities are on their way. Why can't that Mexican lady leave you?
8 months ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. They gave me 2 years.
Y'all don't know what he said. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. He just this whole show up. 8 months ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Something after that. Something after that. Something after that. Bob.
The life insurance is way better.
Oh, you waiting for him to die? Wow. The credit score was good, but the life insurance is way better. Damn. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. She's trying to get it done. You look healthy. She's trying to get it over with. You want to go skydiving? So yeah, they in love. That's a different kind of love. They love each other to death. That's nice. Well, I hope something miraculous happens and turn around and you can come on back. And then y'all just be broke together. But you come on back. Let's just get into this a little bit because this is kind of deep. Stage 4 means this is inevitable, but we just want to plan it so it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what you're gonna do with the money? I'm sure he gave you rules like no other. Huh? He didn't say that? He was like, make sure he cares about you like I do. You didn't put no parameters on this money? Bob. He's like, I'm not gonna be here. I don't give a. Let me tell you something. Just give a. Rule number 1: ain't no more. None. I might be dead, but I ain't gone. I'm still in the house. I see all things. I'm in that haunting the. Leave her alone. She on a second date with another guy. He pulled his out. I grab it. He said, "Watch my cold." Oh, get the off the goddamn house. I wish I would die. Get a bag and she out here skipping around. Gleeful. He said she can't watch my TV or nothing. She can't even watch the TV. She like, Bob. He like, Bob. Bob. Samsung. He said she can't even watch my TV. Bob, you gotta sit down and put some rules on it, man. Women get disrespectful when you ain't there no more. That, you gotta buy a new bed. You can't be in the bed I was in with you. None of my pillows, look, he's out here mad. None of my pillows or nothing. You're in town on business? What business you in town on?
Aircraft sales.
Aircraft sales? You sell jets? To who? Private? Could you get me a jet? When I get my money right, I'm gonna holler at you. Don't nothing say you rich like in an airplane. You in the cockpit like on I-5 though. I ain't flying. I'm on I-5. I done cleared out 4 lanes. I got the cockpit over there. Wide like that. You see it? You see it? Hell yeah. It's Maverick out this motherfucker. I get off the ground a little bit on y'all. Yeah. Where you going? South Center? Do some balling. I'm drive my plane to the cell phone lot at SeaTac and not even go nowhere. So what's your number one item that you sell?
Probably like smaller jet conversion planes.
Smaller jet conversion planes. What is that?
You take a plane, work off the engine, put a jet in it, and
You take a piston plane, so like a little plane, a Cessna,
yeah, sure, yeah, we just
and then you put a jet engine in it.
don't with my head out.
I don't know what they said, but it sounded like dope. He the dope man. Somebody said, I sell jets too. By the ounce, you gonna feel like you flying with my. This that new weed. I don't want no new weed. I'm serious. People always be trying to smoke me out. I'm cool. Cause the weed changed. The weed changed. I remember back in the day, you could hit some weed and talk. Remember that? You could actually talk to your friends. You'd be conspiracy theory like, the government tripping. These always, you can't talk no more. You're like, I don't know what's in my throat, but it's deep and it's little and it is not shaking out. You sound like a monster. Asian people just start running. Gayaga! Gayaga! It's not Godzilla. I hear some weed. You sound like a Mexican weed eating outside your house. Life insurance, you didn't have to wait. He's laughing. We're good. That hurt my throat. Are you a cowgirl or something? Why you got them big ass goddamn boots on? Show her boots. This is not feminine at all. She got on a fee fi fo fum ass boots. Are those wood? She got on cedar boots. Those are the original Timberlands. How hot are your feet in them goddamn boots? No, keep that on the boots. All I want to talk about is them punk ass boots right now. I cannot believe you wore those to my goddamn show. These look like Pinocchio's shoes. I'm a real boy having ass boots. Do you got all your toes? It don't look like you got all your toes. No, because just stay right there, Trent. But this part right here, ain't no toes in that. It should be some toes over here. That look like a cartoon duck mouth. And you pretty too. That's the part that don't make no sense. If I and then went to the doorway and that's what you had took off, I'd be like, God damn. I gotta go to Planned Parenthood. This burn me. She don't give a fuck about herself. Why would she care about me? Did you make those? Them zapatos. Shit. Are you a roofer? Why are you? I don't understand. These were on sale a long time ago. You should have bought the tickets and some shoes. God damn. Those look like Canelo's first boxing gloves. What's your name? Sadie? God damn, Sadie. I want to see the shoes you didn't wear. Like, if those were the ones, you'd be like, it's your time tonight. That's how you know your shoes are some bullshit. The man running the screen is making fun of your ass. Got them Joe Camel toe ass boots. And you pretty, it makes no sense. Are your feet musty? You go line dancing? On the highway? What line are you dancing on? Them motherfuckers have been halfway to Bakersfield right there. Shit. And this is your friend? You let her come here like that? She came out the house. Bitch, let's go. I'm ready. You were like, okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's go. Let's go down there. Who bought the tickets? You bought the tickets. So you wore those for this moment. You were like, I'm going to wear my most f***ed up shoes and see if he notices. Guess what? I noticed. Them look like kangaroo elbows. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Hold your foot up. Let me see what it look like. The whole thing. Damn, you've been walking too. You've been walking 555,600 steps. Damn. She been A walking, C walking, D walking, and B walking. Keep going. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. That's what shit. Yeah, damn. It look like you make footballs. You know she changed her own oil, right? Like she don't go to anybody wearing shoes like that. Like, I need a 10 W a 30. I need to get a goddamn. Your dad is a what? He's a diesel mechanic. Are those his shoes? They might be. They look like heirlooms. They look like your great granddaddy gave them to your great granddaddy, great daddy, and your daddy gave them to you. He was like, here you go, Sadie. You were like, oh my God, those zapatos are for me. Para mí. You ain't got no other shoes in the car? You want to switch to? I'll let you go. Come back with your toes out. You got on socks, right? You didn't go raw in those, did you? Sadie, look at me. I don't like the hesitation. I don't like it. The black people picked up on it quick. Wait a minute. What the was that pause? Hot foot. How high does it go? Is it all to the knee? Does it stop at the ankle? Is it a half? God damn. So that's from line dancing? What's your favorite line dance song? You got too many? Is there one where you sitting in the corner and then come on, you like, oh my God. Hey, run down, do your dance, do your dance. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right. Is that the wrong? That's black people line dancing? White people line dancing like, the sun came up this morning and I saw it shine on me. Sun was so beautiful. There was a sun and a lake in cahoots. If you're gonna line dance, make sure you wear your great granddaddy's boots. I hate your boots. All right, the rest of this is gonna be nice, cause you okay? You crying? So are your boots. You winked at me. Who you in here with? That's your son? That's your mama? And that's your daughter? Who's that with the beard right there looking like Jeffrey Wright? So these are all your children? Did you? She like, I'm still, what's up? Is she single? Y'all got a daddy somewhere? She's single? You guys okay with this? Even the older son, he the one that's gonna be the problem. Get off my mom! Tell him it's okay. Chee-hoo, chee-hoo. What's your name? Huh? Patricia? Oh. You call you Patty? Patty pies. Patty! What you do for a living, Patty? You retired? Oh. You got all day, huh? You can travel? You ever been to Seattle? You ain't been, huh? You can go. You got salmon, coffee. What's your kid's name? I want to meet your family. What? I'm the oldest. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Patty. Patty, introduce me to the kids. This is who? Jacob. He's the oldest? You gonna go youngest to oldest? Okay, so hello, Jacob. Go to bed. And who else? Okay, down there with the beard, Jeffrey, right? Who is that? Juan? Are y'all Mexican? Native. How you get a name like Juan? You native named Juan?
The border crossed us, we didn't cross the border.
The border crossed you, you didn't cross the border?
Yeah, we're in
Okay, hold on. I need to make that make sense to my brain. Alright, I'm still gonna knock your mama's back. Don't try to give a history lesson in the middle of this. I'm gonna be the new border. I'm gonna lay down in your life. I'll take your ass to bed, Juan. And who's the daughter right there? Catalina? Okay, alright. Where's daddy at? I don't need to deal with him. He ain't gonna be trying to shoot at me. You sure? Because you said you were the original Mexican. Y'all was Mexican before the border. That's like 1861. That's way back. He gonna pull up on me. Orally. With Patty, fool? Huh? Are you with Patty? I should break it bad. I don't want no man. Patty, we gonna hold hands later. We're gonna interlock our fingers.